Hey everyone, welcome on back. I am here once again with...
Help, everyone, please. Leo's taken my family hostage and he's asking me to watch the animes with him.
That was not part of the arrangement. I think your sister might be having a little problem this morning.
Well, joke's on you, I don't have a sister. Anyway, I'm
God damn it. So, like I said, I'm me playing as Ram and Ram this video. Ram here is like a ninja. Well, she is a ninja, no shit. But she's like the ninja in Final Fantasy XIV in that she gets some unique animations.
Oh, okay.
She does a flip when she jumps.
I usually like when different classes get their own little animations. It's usually pretty cool. And yeah, I think at least in 14, Ninja does tend to get the most of them.
Yeah, I remember when Ninja first came out, everyone was hyped to run like Eula Lilia.
Classic Naruto run?
Yeah, the Naruto run. I remember people were posting the GIF, and I was like, who is that? And they go, oh, that's Eula Lilia. I was like, wow, I didn't think he looked like that.
I have a weird history with Naruto in that I've only ever seen one episode of it, and that always seems to be the episode that's on, at least when I still watch TV rather than stream and everything. Every time I'm like, oh hey, Naruto's on, and I never really got to watch it. It's that one stupid exam where exam episode where they're all taking exam and they have to cheat to pass it.
Oh yeah, that one. So
Yep.
that is another anime I watched was Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
I have a very interesting story. I should probably be embarrassed to say this story, but I'm turning 28 next month, so I really don't care what people on the internet think of me. So my first experience to Naruto was me flicking channels. I was, I don't know, 13, 14.
Mm-hmm.
And I skipped past Cartoon Network, and for a split second, I swear I saw a blonde, naked anime girl. And my mind went, wait a minute, hold up. Let's check this out. I go back, and sure enough, there's this blonde anime girl naked with, you know, very tastefully placed smoke trails.
Hair. Oh, yeah.
And I was like, maybe I should watch this, and that was that.
I feel if Western cartoons were more okay with the occasional titty, then I feel as though we won't have this big anime versus Western cartoon argument.
Well, most Western cartoons these days have that Cal art style, so they don't have boobs anymore.
Clearly it's the SJWs at work, as per usual, ruining everything.
Yep, they're first they came for the tits on the teacher in Powerpuff Girls. Now they're putting women in World War II.
God forbid that they make me a hypothetical. I'm not actually white. A hypothetical white straight male see anything that's not another white straight male.
Yeah.
And in my anime news, I've been catching up on Shokugeki no Soma, which is Food Wars. I think that's how it's localized in the West. Which it has basically weaponized food orgasms. So it's a cooking anime. The cooking part's very good. It's really well drawn and animated and everything.
Okay.
And every time anyone eats a meal that's really good, basically they start getting off and their clothes start flying off in this burst of power from how good the food is. It's a good anime.
Man.
The cooking part's pretty good. The cheesecake part's alright.
Found a new costume for one of the sisters. It makes her purple.
Huh.
So,
yep.
I had a friend a few years back, and the thing was, I made her watch I Love the 90s. Yes, that's a serious thing I've done. In return, I had to watch an anime with her.
Oh dear.
And the anime we watched, it was, I can't remember, I can't think of the name, but basically, they would go to a store, maybe it was a grocery store, or maybe a restaurant, like as it closed, and when they're closing, they have discounts on food. So then they all fight to get this discounted food.
Is that the entire premise of this anime?
I believe so. We watched a few episodes, and that's how it was. It was just here's a different like quote unquote gang who would come in and try to get the discounted food. And I remember the silliest thing was like they had like rules where like you couldn't attack someone who already ate. So what they would do is they would have a group of people run up, eat their food, and then they would turn around and stand in front of the people who haven't eaten yet, and then like block them, and it couldn't be hit because it violated the rules. And I was just thinking, man, anime's fucking weird. Who thinks of this?
Well, I really hope that that's a parody anime, because if it's playing it straight, I don't really know anymore, to be honest.
I'm not sure. So, hey, I've never talked too much about the controls in this game. You know what this game's not made for?
Jump puzzles?
Jump puzzles, platforming. Because, like, you can tell, like, I'm jumping in place and then just kind of slightly moving my stick, and it just, like, catapults them.
Oh, dear.
It's very hard.
This reminds me of trying to do jump puzzles in Nier Automata.
Yeah, and not only that, but, like, they don't, like spin in place. They, like, move, or they, like, kind of, like, go wide when you try to make them, like, turn.
Oh, okay, so there's a bit of forward movement when you turn. Yes.
So, should be cutting it here soon, but yeah, this took me quite a while.
Yeah, was it worth it? I mean,
well,
nothing in this game is worth it, but...
Here's me going, okay, don't turn too much, because she might walk off the edge, and I got some restorative item I'll probably never use, because I'm one of those guys who goes, I might need it. Yep. Yeah. I'm a guy... This is a game... Yeah, this is a game where, you have a healer who can regenerate their magic by attacking, so I just rely on her to heal everyone up.
Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty easy.
Also, so yeah, I'm clearly not playing as Ram and Ram anymore. I eventually brought Nepgear back in because everyone else caught up pretty quickly, actually. They're all 14 and she's 16.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah, but
yeah, sorry.
I was gonna say, I'm going to use... Well, that's just me checking the levels there. Now the other sisters are, like, way behind, so I'm swapping them back out. But if Uni's ever in the party, I'm probably going to be playing as her just because the AI can't handle her little quirk where she does 0 damage point blank.
Oh. Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah. As an aside, all the green chest loot, which requires an item called a keyring, has new clothes for the sisters.
Oh boy.
So once again, vote in the thread what outfit you want each girl to wear, and I'll ignore it.
I mean, as far as I can tell, they just palette swaps.
Yeah, I've never been a huge fan of that in games where it's like, oh, you get different outfits, quote unquote, and then it's just like, oh, you just change the color.
I mean, that's one way of padding the numbers on a box. Over 10,000 costumes, and it's each a different shade of fuchsia.
Yeah, I'll say it's like those LEDs for your keyboard or mouse. It's like over 11.8 billion colors.
How exciting.
Yeah, it's like, I don't consider slightly less green and even more less green as a different color.
Well, clearly these guys do, and what do we know? We're not game developers.
Again, they make money, apparently, enough to make several games.
That, or Glorious Nipponese is such a beautiful language that it does actually have terms for all 11 billion of these shades.
Yeah, could be. Maybe I would know it if I ever switched the dialogue back to Japanese instead of English.
I'm not sure if they'll make it better or worse. Considering your classic high-pitched anime girl voice.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, this is just high-pitched Western girl voice.
Yeah, all 4 of them, because they all have to grunt when they're swinging.
Yeah.
And
I feel like this.
Go ahead.
I feel like this game is not like super mechanically intensive, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's pretty much just use magic attacks to break their break bar, and then pummel them with physical attacks after.
Exciting. Oh, that's a mecha dude.
Yep, new boss. So I decided at this point, because I was running the other sisters to level them up, and they actually kind of caught up. They're like level 11 or 12 now from being level 9. But I decided, okay, let's bring in the OP party now to just burn through this guy.
So are these like meant to just be like placeholder boss models in the fantasy of this beta MMO?
I hope so, because it is just a bit odd where this game is this MMO is supposed to be, you know, a generic ye old
Fantasy,
medieval
yeah.
fantasy, and then you got a giant robot.
I mean, I do enjoy like Magitech settings, but this is a bit much considering there's no other robots except for that boss from that last video.
Yeah. And yeah,
So,
and
yeah.
now I'm trying to do some pro strats here where I'm swapping between party members mid fight.
I feel like you're taking the combat system to a level that no one really cared about.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it entertaining for myself.
I mean, I'm sure if you... Okay, if this game had more dev time, they might have put in like a really complex combat system that, again, no one would have cared about because this is a spin-off of a obscure Japanese series.
Yeah.
But I feel as though they could have played with like different combinations of skills a bit more, so it actually mattered who was in your party as a whole rather than just who you're playing.
Yeah, so speaking of that, last video we were talking about how, they probably advertise it on the Steam page of how, you know, there's so many lines of dialogue. I decided to check it out, and it goes, 8 unique classes that change the way you play, and it's like, on the whole, they all play exactly the same.
Except Uni, I guess. Although, the way that she's different is just shitty.
Yeah, Uni's like the only unique one, and then you have the magic users and the not magic users.
They're all pretty much spam X or Y.
Yeah, it's pretty much spam your attack button and then use your skills.
What an exciting gameplay cycle. Or
Yeah.
whatever you call it.
But hey, my favorite dude is back with a scene. I'm just checking through. I think they're all saying the same stuff. So the good old merchant.
Ooh, spooky.
Got plenty of good things on sale today, stranger. I'll hide the item name. Yeah, that's... Don't you love scammers? They'll do things like, oh, I'm gonna hide whatever, and then you give me the money, and I'll just randomly reward you with something. It's like... Nah.
I mean, that just sounds like my RuneScape days.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my brother fell for the I'll gild your mithril armor scam. That was pretty funny. I fell for the hey Jagex Jagex censors your password.
Oh my god.
I don't know why if I logged it off and then I didn't change my password, but in my defense I was like 8.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I lost my first RuneScape account. My second one I am actually still in possession of. I occasionally check in just to see how the game is, and I play for like a couple of months and then check out again. But yeah. Whoa, what the hell?
Yeah,
Is this guy trying to sell a porn?
I'm gonna sell you something to deal into your carnal desires. This is the ERP server, correct?
She's still obsessed about Bouquet or whatever her name is.
Oh no, he insulted her waifu.
Oh no.
That's a crime on the internet.
Something tells me that the storyline of this game is not going to lead
How
to
dare you
great
insult her?
character
I'm gonna go
development.
cuddle up with the body pillow. But this guy, this is the thumbnail right here. All these people are idiots. Also, I had a Reddit joke originally where I go, man, why won't these women accept my generous offer? So this was another certification quest. This is the boss that replaced the giant slime on the first dungeon.
Oh dear.
You still there? Uh-oh. Oh god, what do you do when your co-commentator bails? So yeah, this guy is the replacement. He's actually shows up like right after the first dungeon. When I did the quest that made me come back, I fought him the first time around. Wasn't this hard the first time around though. He's actually kind of kicking my ass here. Is he still? No, he's still in the call. But yeah, I eventually got sick of it and figured I'll just use Nepgear to bust him through. I originally wanted to get more experience for the sisters, so that's why I swap. Oh. Oh shit, okay. You're still recording, right? Okay.
But, should be able to get back in sync. Should we read? Where the hell was I? Last I was looking at was the end of that, the, conversation with Vera and a merchant.
Oh, okay, we're at 1720 now. I'm fighting, 1720.
1720, okay.
Yep. Currently fighting the, so... The first time around, when you beat the this dungeon, it gets replaced. The giant slime boss gets replaced with this guy, and this is a certification quest for fighting him. He was kind of kicking my ass though, so I just popped Nepgear and kind of bust his ass, and then swapped back in the lower level characters so we can level them up as well.
This guy kind of reminds me of like a Zinogre from Monster Hunter.
And once again, it's another like mecha thing. Like, it's just so weird when you have like all these goblins and orcs and stuff. Uh-oh, did your internet crap out again?
No, I'm just...
Oh, okay.
I'm just thinking, am I still in sync with the video? It's probably not like it's gonna matter anyway.
I say I'm currently returning quests.
Oh,
I mean, the rest of this is cutscenes. Well, cutscenes, quote.
Oh, well. It just died, so I'll just skip forward a bit, and... let's hope for the best.
Alright. Oh god, I have my cursor on screen. I am a bad LPer.
Oh no.
So, here's some behind the scenes thing. This game does not want to be played in full screen. I have to play it windowed, borderless.
Oh.
So my mouse will still show up, and it'll get caught by my recording program.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see it.
For whatever reason, playing in full screen has the screen flash green constantly. Like,
what?
Serious. I've never had like seizures before, but I was seriously getting a headache just seeing that shit.
Well optimized game.
Yeah. So here's the next plot beat. We're talking to a Link here.
Yeah, he looks like your average fantasy elf.
Yeah, green tunic, blonde hair.
I will say this only once: kill all elves. They're always the most boring part of any fantasy game or setting.
You must have loved the Heavens Ward expansion.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to kill all the elves in there as well. Okay, Horschiffon and Amaric were okay. They were literally the only two okay ones.
Yeah.
Everyone else was a stuck-up prick, aka every elf in any setting whatsoever.
It was pretty correct that they made them, you know, the Catholic representation.
You alright?
Yeah. Oh man, that was an awful joke. I should probably edit that out in post.
I thought you'd fallen over or something.
Oh.
I was like, oh no, is my co-host having a heart attack?
The anime was too much, man.
Too much. I was talking about this when my internet cut off, but I was talking. This is when Vera was going on about Bouquet, and I was like,
right.
I have a feeling that not much character development happens in this game. Vera's gonna talk about trying to get a little sister the entire time. Blanc's gonna talk about her boobs. Nep's gonna be Nep. Nor's just gonna do whatever Nor does. I don't even know anymore.
Yeah. It's say I don't need friends, but like on the download actually want friends.
Not friends. Nakama. English.
So yeah, this was just...
Sorry, you first.
Let's say it's just a weird scene. It just kind of popped up when I did my when I accepted the next quest, which opens up the forest. It's like all of a sudden it's like, oh hey man, the enemies are gonna be more dangerous. Oh, but I use magic or I use a spear, so I'll be too far away to get hit. And it's like, this ain't that kind of game.
So they're basically arguing to not get upgrades, which is
So yeah, we got some new dialogue. I'm just gonna do that next video because we are at the end of this.
Okay.
All right, bye everyone.
Bye.